Jashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradhari Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradhari Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradhari Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopanande Jai Prabhupada Paramahamsa Prabhupada His Divine Grace Lacy Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīmad Prabhupada Ki Jai Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai Grantha Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Ki Jai Ananta Kori Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Gaur Premanande All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees Glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga All glories to Śrīla Prabhupada Hare Krishna. Where is it? Okay. Sure. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 22, Text 8, right? Kim tasya dulabhataram. Kim tasya durlabhataram. Iha loke paratracha. Iha loke paratracha. Jasya vipra prasidanti. Jasya vipra prasidanti. Shiva Vishnu Shasanugaha. Shiva Vishnu Shasanugaha. Kim tasya durlabhataram. Iha loke paratracha. Jasya vipra prasidanti. Shiva Vishnu Shasanugaha. Kim tasya durlabhataram. Iha loke paratracha. Jasya vipra prasidanti. Shiva Vishnu Shasanugaha. Maharaj, you want to try? Yeah. Kim, what? Tasya, his. Durlavataram, very rare to achieve. Iha, in this world. Loke, world. Paratra, after death. Cha, or. Jasya, one whose. Vipraha, the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas. Prasidanti, become pleased. Shiva, all auspicious. Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. cha, as well as sha anugaha, going along with. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Any person upon whom the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas are pleased can achieve anything which is very rare to obtain in this world as well as after death. Not only that, but one also receives the favor of the auspicious Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, who accompany the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Please repeat. Any person upon whom the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas are pleased can achieve anything which is very rare to obtain in this world, as well as after death. Not only that, but one also receives the favor of the auspicious Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, who accompany the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Prabhupada, the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas are the bearer of Lord Vishnu, the all auspicious, as confirmed in the Brahma Samhita 538. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena shanta sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti chamsama sundaram achinta gunasharupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. The devotees, out of their extreme love for Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, always carry the Lord within their hearts. The Lord is already in the heart of everyone, but the Vaishnavas and the Brahmanas actually perceive and see Him always in ecstasy. Therefore, Brahmanas and Vaishnavas are carrier of Vishnu. Wherever they go, Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, or the devotees of Lord Vishnu, are all carried. The four Kumaras are Brahmanas, and they visited the place of Maharaj Prithu. Naturally, Lord Vishnu and his devotees were also present. Under the circumstances, the conclusion is that when the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas are pleased with a person, Lord Vishnu is also pleased. This is confirmed by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his 8 stanzas on the spiritual master. Jasya prasada bhagavat prasada. By pleasing the spiritual master, who is both Brahmana and Vaishnava, one pleases the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased, then one has nothing more to achieve, either in this world nor after death. I'm kind of spaced out. Okay. So this is the conclusion of the Vedas, is to please Vaishnavas, please the spiritual master. The four Kumaras are the great Vaishnavas. They were, the first people of this universe, the four Kumaras. So they are considered to be the highest of the living entities and great Vaishnavas. They want to remain forever Brahmachari and celibate and dedication to Krishna. So they remain always very small, but as the oldest people in this universe created after Lord Brahma. As mentioned here, Lord Shiva is known as Shiva auspiciousness, all auspiciousness, because Lord Shiva is always chanting Krishna's name and meditating on Krishna. And even though he has his own planet, Lord Shiva himself remains very detached and meditating on Lord Krishna under the tree. And the purpose, like I said, the purpose of the Vedas is to please Lord Vishnu, please Lord Krishna. So in order to do that, one has to please the Vaishnavas. That is the purpose of Krishna consciousness, actually, because If you can please the Vaishnavas, if you can please Guru, spiritual master, that is the way one can please Krishna. In the Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena, mentioned by Lord Brahma, this prayer, the devotees, out of the extreme love for Govinda, Supreme Personality of Godhead, always carry the Lord within their hearts. The Lord is already in the hearts of everyone, but the Vaishnavas and the Brahmanas actually perceive and see Him always in ecstasy. That's very amazing, because even though Krishna is here in the deity form, but it's by the blessing of the Vaishnavas, because they carry Krishna in their heart. They bring Krishna consciousness and give it to others. They give Krishna to others. Just like Srila Prabhupada, he left Vrindavan, but he himself is like the storehouse of Krishna consciousness. He is the reservoir of Krishna consciousness. Like Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure. So pure devotees of Krishna, they are reservoir of all love of Krishna. So wherever they go, they bring that love for Krishna. They bring in Krishna with them. So even if they are going to a most sinful place, they have Krishna to share with you. They carry Krishna in their heart. It's not that you can carry God. He is the supreme source of everything. He is everywhere. How we can carry Him? But Krishna says that you can approach Him through love. Bhaktyamam avijanati. Through devotion, you can approach Him. Premanjana churita bhakti. Prema means love. Ultimate love is that just when you see Krishna with our eyes, it's not that we can actually see Him. We have to understand what is Krishna by the blessing of a Vaishnava, blessing of the spiritual master. Because that is the system, that is the process. We will not understand. It's just like taking initiation from a spiritual master. Even if you know everything about Krishna, you still need to be initiated. That is signing the contract. Even though you already know about everything, still officially you need to make that contract. So that contract is your dedication to your Guru, dedication to the Vaishnavas and the Brahmanas. Just that I was in Nigovdan, we just had a big festival. They're still having it today. Today is Maharaj's best puja. And they had kirtan throughout the day. Every person would lead for 1 hour. And all the devotees would be sitting, and they take turns throughout the day. And they go pretty wild in the kirtan. They start off very softly, and just before they finish, they all get up and they say on and on. And throughout the day, like 5-6 hours. And I don't know, the people who are leading it, they're sitting on the platform, on the stage. But the others in the audience, they're dancing. Some of them get very tired at the end of the day. And not just a little bit, they're full on dancing. And I was thinking, this is the way. And the couple of girls, they came with me in the same flight last night, and they were exhausted. They said they're dancing. I didn't dance because I only had 2 days. I need time to meet the devotees from friends and get to know after so many years. And they're all in the kirtan, and they were saying their legs are sore and their voice is sore. This is what happens when you're singing and dancing. You get sore throat. We have a material body, but yet at the same time it's transcendental. That you perceive Krishna through the holy name. I remember one time where I was in Perth, and they didn't want to have on a special day, they didn't want to have Abhishek. So we said, let's have a flower bathing, flower Abhishek. Some temples, they do it like that. And I said, as well as Abhishek with the holy name. Chanting, bathe in the chanting of the holy name. That's like an Abhishek. Literally, they were sweating, and everyone is so exhausted from singing and dancing. And there's one devotee named Bhattahari. He travels with Indra Swami, and he couldn't sing. His schedule for singing was cancelled because he has sore throat from singing too much, and he still need to travel. And so even Indra Maharaj, I remember one time he couldn't sing for 1 year. He had to speak in the microphone like this. He couldn't bring out a sound, any sound. So I also realized that singing is good, but then we have to be careful our vocal can break down. So in connection to this, that premanjana, one has to have love. Our eyes is tainted with love, that you can see Krishna. We cannot see Krishna with our eyes, but when the eyes become full of love to see Krishna, it's purified. With spiritual senses, you can see Krishna. So the idea is to always not only chant Hare Krishna, but we also have to have respect for the holy name. Love for the holy name. Love for the holy name means you have to be able to relish the chanting. Relish means when you relish something, you're loving it. In ecstasy, it says. In ecstasy, how we can have ecstasy if we do not know about that? So if you see Krishna, you heard about Krishna in the books. That's how you know. But when you see Krishna, you see just a standing form. You don't have understanding what Krishna is. But when you can hear about Krishna and his pastimes from the mouth of a devotee, then you know how he is, where he lives, how to approach him. So the whole process of Krishna consciousness is to always approach the Vaishnavas, approach the spiritual master who can bless us. Then we can chant Hare Krishna more ecstatically. But it's not that it comes easily. We also need to make an effort. The effort is that Utsaha Nischaya Dayat, Rupa Goswami said, through enthusiasm we can also attract Krishna. Because our enthusiasm is the criteria to get that blessing of the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas are ready to give you the mercy. Krishna is always there to give us the mercy. Krishna is there in the heart of his devotee. So just like Hanuman, he in his heart, he has Lord Ram and Sitaram and Lakshman. They're sitting in the heart. There's a photo of Hanuman where he ripped open his chest and he showed Sitaram, Lakshman, right? He ripped open. In India, they always have murti of Hanumanji. So the devotees, they carry their Lord in their heart. They have them in their heart. It's not that, just like when we are very embarrassed to show our heart because we have so many material desires there. So we may want to cover our heart. We don't know what devotee has in the heart. So, Chetadarpana Marjanam, when our heart is cleansed from all these material desires and material nivritis and anavritis, all the material things that we acquire, which is in our heart, we clear away, then Krishna can sit there. It's the resting place. Devotee's heart is a temple, a resting place for Krishna. But we have to clean our heart, then Krishna can be there. So we carry Krishna in our heart, like the four Kumaras. They carry Krishna, the Vaishnavas, like Prabhupada. I've seen some people, they have a murti of Lord Gopal. They carry it with them wherever they go. Even in the temple, they have Krishna Didi, they carry. It's a nice thing. But Krishna is already there in the heart. He's already here in the temple. He's everywhere. He is in every atom. Krishna is in every In all of the places, Krishna is there. So a great devotee like an Uttamadhikari, they can see Krishna everywhere. He sees Krishna in the heart of an elephant. He sees Krishna in the heart of a dog. He sees Krishna in the heart of in a tree, in all the people, the Brahmanas, the Vaishnavas. They see Krishna everywhere. So it's the idea how to see Krishna. The method, how to see Krishna in everything, is an art. So when you can see Krishna in everything, that is the meaning of Krishna consciousness. When you are Krishna conscious, you can see Krishna everywhere. Krishna is not only in the temple, He is everywhere. Like I said, He is in the heart of all the living entities. So when you can learn to see Krishna everywhere, wherever we go, we will be Krishna conscious. But a Madhyamadhikari, a middle class devotee, a preacher, he sees Krishna everywhere at the same time. He's also he sees the materialistic people, Krishna is in their heart, but they have forgotten Krishna. So he preached to them accordingly. It's not that Uttamadhikari, a great devotee, he sees Krishna everywhere. But as a preacher, we have to see the differences. We see this is a materialistic person, so we will preach to him accordingly. But everyone, a pure devotee says everyone is Krishna conscious. No one is not Krishna conscious. So that's why sometimes we find fault or criticize. There's no scope for that because he's seeing Krishna everywhere and he sees everyone is Krishna's devotee. That's the highest platform. This is like Yudhishthira Maharaj. He didn't have any enemies because he saw himself as the lowest of all. He saw everyone else as Krishna conscious. That is actually the platform of a great Vaishnava. And I was thinking yesterday when I was at the New Govardhan farm, I met so many devotees from everywhere that I haven't met them from 30 years. Yeah, 30 years, first time after that. And I was even like emotionally touched by seeing them. It's like, they're still here and we are still here. People always dying, that people are close to us, they're dying. Someone's close to us, they're dying. And you may know already somebody that's close to you, they've already left. And we are still here, so there's like great pleasure in seeing each other. And not only that, we are still in Prabhupada's family. Just like if you're a brother and sister, your son and daughter, whatever, and you stick together and for many, many years, and it's a good thing, it's a good feeling, and you enjoy that, and seeing each other. Then when you see our God brothers, our God sisters, and our friend of Krishna, it's a very delightful feeling. It's a great pleasure to meet our devotees. In fact, our devotees, we are very unique. It says here, Durlabhataram. Durlabhataram means very rare. We are rare. Devotees, Vaishnavas are rare. Say, yeah, I'm a Vaishnava, but you have to be in Prabhupada's family. The other Vaishnavas, I think myself, I have this feeling, wherever we go, all over the world, ISKCON family. This is Prabhupada's family. This is such a wonderful family, and this brings all the auspiciousness, Shiva, auspiciousness, and it brings Durlabhataram. This is the rarest thing in Krishna consciousness, is when there are so many Vaishnavas. New Govardhan, where I just went, there's a small town called Murulumba. Very funny name. If you can say it nicely, then you can blend in the Aboriginal name. And I was walking around in the town. Heaps of people have neck beads. So, Hare Bol, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. They didn't say, they said, we are from Gaudiya Math. I said there's different Gauriya Math, come from, but they are from ISKCON originally. So they're all devotees in different ways. They're practicing. But many of them, they came for our program. And when they all come together in our place, it's a different thing. You can have your small temple at home, and you all can have pray together. It's a good thing. It's a good feeling, but not like when we all come together in the temple here, because this is the recognized place. So you have to have the blessing of a sadhu. Then it's boosted. The mercy is boosted up. It's double the mercy. It's there already, but you get double the blessing. The devotees all over everything, they want double mercy. You die for the mercy. When you want double mercy, then this is the place. More sadhu sangha. So you can do your bhajan at home with your deity, but if you want double the blessing, then come together in a big group. It's tumultuous. Hare Krishna. Like 1,000 people chanting Hare Krishna. It's tumultuous. It's roaring. So much more ecstatic. That's ecstatic is here, Prabhupada. When devotees to perform devotional service, they feel ecstasy. And if you feel not ecstasy, you feel very down, and you have so many stuff in your head, you feel anxiety about different things, come together. You hear the sound, Hare Krishna, everyone is roaring. You don't have time to be not in ecstasy. Your anxiety, poof, out the door, your window. Yeah. Our temple doesn't have any windows. But, so I felt that, they had 7 hours of kirtan every day for the last 4 days. Today is the last day. And everyone had issues with the legs and sore legs, sore throat. And the singers, they couldn't sing. They had to sing twice a day, each hour. And if you're like down and, you shouldn't be on the stage. As a leader, you have to be very full on because you need to enthuse others. So then I was saying, give me a chance. I will enthuse you. I was like, I'm sitting there, everyone kind of shaking their like this, their knees. I said, I want to jump up and dance. And even Maharaj, Maharaj, he has this habit. He's always doing this. So sometimes I sit here, I start doing this because I'm following him. I said, no, this is not enough. You got to get up and dance. That's because they want to dance, actually. And some of them, they put up their leg like this, one leg, and they got the harmonium because they really want to actually get up and dance. They got that feeling. So, there's so much ecstasy, Krishna consciousness, ecstasy of the chanting of holy name. You drench yourself in the ecstasy. And on Saturday, it was just raining the whole day, raining. And, we're in Melbourne. When it rains, I come in the temple room, we go in the ashram, so much shelter. There is just all mud. And everybody, I had to cook in the evening for the devotees. I'm used to cooking here, and the kitchen is there. Oh, my God. It's like the old kitchen here. And it was raining, and you're frying the pakora, it's raining over you. It's outside. And I was frying the puri like this, because you had to go sideways, so get under the shelter. But nobody was complaining. And they are all full of rain and wet, and they're still frying puri and everything. Nobody's complaining. I was the only one complaining. Because I was thinking, we have such comfortable kitchen. But they are going on. And they're in ecstasy. Devotees are in ecstasy. Just when they stop, they have, my legs sore, my sore throat. But meanwhile, while they're in the process of singing and dancing, none of that can affect them. They are all above it. So practicing Krishna consciousness, I believe, there is no such thing as practice. Right from beginning, there's ecstasy. And I walked in the door. You're thrown in the ecstasy of love of God. When Srila Prabhupada went to America, these people, they didn't have any piety. They're all drunkards. But they're jumping up and down right from the beginning because they got the mercy of Prabhupada, blessing of a guru, blessing of Vaishnava. And boom, immediately. It's like Hiranyakashipu, he was meditating for thousands of years. And his body was eaten up by ants. He was just living in his bones. And then Lord Brahma was coming down, and he couldn't see him where he was. You know, when you go to India, there's, carcasses. They eat up the cows, And so his body, and he was in the anthill, eaten up by termites. And he took some water from his kumandalu, a lota, and threw it, and he's regained his body in full. So just like that, devotees, we are regained our Krishna consciousness by the blessing of a Vaishnava. We are living in anxiety. We're living in distress, life full of stressful life. Boom, we dive into the chanting Hare Krishna. Our anxiety, like I said, out the window. Srila Prabhupada had that mercy. He can shower everyone that mercy. Yeah. So, Kali Kale Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. In Kali Yuga, Krishna has appeared in his name. He's there. You can embrace with Krishna by chanting his name. He's there in his name. This is why devotees feel ecstasy. It's full of auspiciousness. Chanting the holy name is full of auspiciousness. If you're miserable, you have no time to enjoy that ecstasy. Just before you come in the temple room, you leave your shoes outside. So similarly, you leave all your anxiety outside. Come in here, embrace Krishna consciousness, chant and dance. And you have problem, you can deal with it afterward. You enjoy it, Krishna consciousness. This is what I think. We don't have time to be in anxiety. I'm thinking, I don't have time to be sick. Oh, I'm sick. All in the mind. I don't have time to be. If I'm sick more than 2 days, I break down the door. The hospital, I can't take it, So sometimes the strength comes from yourself. I remember in a Vrindavan Gurukul, I had to go to this hospital, Ramakrishna Mission Hospital. That's in the Loi Bazaar, that area. And I was really, really sick. So I was there for 1 week. And they have these Swamis, they come and check on you. They're the Ramakrishna Mission people. And they say, they're like Mayavadis, but they're there checking you. And I usually play Mridanga and everything. I could not even pick up a kartal. I was so skinny and no energy. For us, the anxiety is when we cannot chant Hare Krishna. It's when we cannot do service to Krishna. That is our anxiety. It's like, I'm going to take a break. But we don't have a break. We don't have time in this world. We don't have enough time. When you go to the spiritual, Prabhupada said, when we go back to Godhead, that's our way to relax. I don't know how you relax there. If you're going to be doing so much service here, how are you going to relax there? That's the main place of service. But you don't have a material body anymore. Sometimes I carry the DT plate here, like 2 plates, 1 in each hand. Well, be careful. I've been coming here since 1985. I have never heard anyone dropping a plate. It's all miracle. So I say, I can have 2 more arms, I can take the other one. 3 plates. So devotees can do miracle. Some of these Maharajis, I never heard them complaining. I heard complaining people in this temple, but living in Hong Kong, there's many Chinese Maharajis. They're skinny like my finger. They don't eat much. They just soup, healthy. They don't have the Indian food. It's too oily. So they have 2 Sunday feasts, one for the Chinese, one for the Indians. Because They can't take our pusharam. They say, oh, puri, oh, no, too oily. They need they need to pick up the rice with a chopstick because a stick has water in it. We don't have any water. It's all fluffy because it's different. And then I saw this skinny Mataji. I never saw her eating. Then one day I opened the door. She was behind like this eating apple. But don't think that eating big amount can give you energy. These people are very skinny, but they have so much energy. They work so hard because they have the blessing. They have the enthusiasm. They're living in bones practically, but they can do so much service. It's amazing. But either way, they have this, they relish Krishna consciousness. They are blissful. They're in ecstasy. That's what gives them the impetus to carry on. They enjoy it. Just like if you go to work, you can hardly wait till you finish your work to go home. Not 1 minute you will spend extra. They say, oh, you have to give me money if I work more, right? But in the temple, I was just in New Govardhan last 2 days. I got to lead a lot of kirtan. There was a lot of devotees, but they said, Mangalarati, Guru Puja, there was like 100 people in the temple. I was in ecstasy. So nice, all devotees, and it's Pratapana from Sydney, and my old presidents. Everyone was like old days. And I told them, in Melbourne, Mangalarati, we have 50 people. I said, wow, really? I want to go there. I was campaigning for our temple. and some of these temples, I was in Vancouver 2 weeks ago. Huge temple room. There's 5 times as this. Mangalarati, 3 people. It's like a beautiful deity, like Radha Ballava, different forms of deity. I have the photos. It's like, you see the deity, it's like, wow. You don't want to say anything else. Just like when you eat the gulab jamun, your taste is finished for pakora, everything. It's just the final. You're completely satisfied. So when you see the deity, that's like, it's the perfection of our eyes. You don't want to see anything else as beautiful as Krishna. Then you look around, there's nobody around. So the beauty of a temple is also devotees. So Krishna and the deities, they go together. So you see beautiful deity and you see all the Vaishnavas together, come together, we glorify Krishna, which gives that ecstasy. Yeah. And in India, they have, in a temple, when they build a temple, they have this temple called Nath Mandir. It's the deity's there, and then there's a gap, and then they have a stage. It's also called Nath Mandir, where they sing and dance. It's not connected. They sing there, but in front of the deity, the temple is separate. So they closed everything, and the open part is open. And there's a roof over it. But this is all one place, all connected. So the temple and that place, they can really sing and dance. They can jump down on the land, everything. It's all connected. So the idea is to please Krishna. The idea is to please the devotees. You cannot please Krishna without pleasing Vaishnavas. That's the purpose here. You have to make auspiciousness. By chanting Hare Krishna, all auspiciousness comes. By pleasing a Vaishnava, is auspiciousness come. Heart filled with love for Krishna. It's not that easy, just the love comes for Krishna. We have love for so many things. Govinda Maharaj was explaining yesterday. Love, different types of love. If I give you something, oh, I love this t-shirt. I love this prashadam. I love this garland. That's a type of love. Oh yeah. So love for different type of love. But the love for Krishna, love for Vaishnava is the highest love. Because that love is coming deep from your heart. It's not shallow. It's spiritual love with affection. So Maharaj is explaining that love for Krishna is to be awakened. Premanjana Shriyata Bhakti Vilochanena, this verse says. We have to awaken that. Our eyes is full of disease. Disease is that, Prabhupada explains, eye has a disease that it blocks our vision. So it's cut that disease away, then you have a vision back again. You can see Krishna again. Heart is full of desires and material desires, which need to clear away, then Krishna can reside there. So similarly, Krishna consciousness, the whole process is the process of purification. Purification of the soul, purification of our mind, purification of our heart. The soul is already pure, but we're stuck in that material desire, material body, in the heart where it's dirty. So the whole idea is the place, the temple, association, sadhu sangha, create that auspiciousness. Just like Parikshit Maharaj, I was talking to Sukadeva Goswami, right? Sukadeva Goswami, when he was born, he went straight for the forest. We're born here in a hospital or, in Melbourne. He don't go straight for the forest. He say, baby, my son, my daughter, they forget everything, that you're in the material world. Sukadeva Goswami, when he was born, my son, come back. He hit for the forest. He was in the mother's womb for 16 years, didn't want to come out, because he saw that if he came out, he will fall in Maya. He was staying in there. So they said, please come out. And he came out, he went for the forest. He didn't want to be attached to this world, to anything of this world. We say, happy birthday, all this, we're singing, They didn't care for our birthdays. So we have to always remember that the purpose behind of our activities, the purpose behind of our service is to, please Krishna. Everything we do, we have to have that understanding. Sometimes say, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, kya kar raha hai? What are you doing? You're pagal hai. You're all crazy. But we are the most intelligent people, the devotees. Because we know the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. There's so many books there. If we are not smart, why there's so many books? The devotees are the most intelligent people. Not just going this Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. And there goes the Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. These people, they have no brain. They're dropouts from the they join the Hare Krishnas. So many of you, the most intelligent people, you gave up your job, you're most advanced, and you join the temple. So you're not dropout. I remember in Sankirtan, and they used to call me all these things. And in India, with a small Gurukul boys, we had to go out to learn how to distribute books during the marathon. It was in Calcutta, and one guy slapped me. And I didn't know what to do because I was not strong enough. And I was small. And he said, you Hare Krishna people, you're keeping your guns in your kopins. Like this. Stuff like that. And it's so rude. Because they had we shot some Muslims, we had some, for protection, we had to shoot in the air to get the people out of the temple a long time ago. So they're saying, you keeping your guns in your, like this. I said, no, you're talking nonsense. I'm a small boy, I told him, you're talking nonsense. You come to our temple and see what we do. They used to say, you people you're CIA, you're keeping guns in your temple. So actually the police came to our temple and they were checking because in Mayapur they have a long building and there's a basement. Nobody stays there. Now it's all filled up because so many devotees. Our time it was empty. So they're checking basement if you have any weapons. Then and years later they know we're not CIA, we're Vaishnavas. We depend on the Indian people for donations. We're not getting money from the government, America. So people think, what this, what that, they have understanding what the devotees are. When they come to our temple, they see what we do there in ecstasy. Because we are relishing so Krishna consciousness so much. How can this, white people, we don't have so many now, but before it was just all white people. How can they be Brahmanas? But they're the highest Brahmanas. I didn't even know what is a Brahmana till I heard from the American devotees. They're telling us what is devotee. It's our culture, and they're telling us. I said, get out of here. We should be telling you. But because we're not doing it, they're telling us. We're copying them. So Prabhupada, that's why he brought the Americans to India. They said, this is the way, because they're going to, when they see us, when the Indians see them chanting Hare Krishna, then they'll take up. That's why we're trying to preach Krishna consciousness in India. Anyway, he failed. He went to America, and he brought the Americans chanting Hare Krishna. And they got very happy. So they're doing it. So that's the idea. It doesn't matter where you come from. Like if you find gold in a dirty place, it's gold. It doesn't matter. So Krishna consciousness is purest, the most purest. He chants Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He's there in his name. Kali Kali Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar is there in his name. He appeared in his name. So when he uttered the name of Krishna, Krishna is there in his name. You relish in Krishna. That's why people feel very ecstasy. Because Krishna is he's inside you. Like you're carrying Krishna. Like some people, they carry Krishna. It doesn't depend on your material situation. It is above that. You have anxiety. Oh, I can't chant Hare Krishna today. And I remember I was sick for 1 week. I called up here, sore throat. There's a couple of years ago, I had bad sore throat. They said he got it from the hay fever. It's Melbourne. It's coming now. So really careful. People coughing, I go miles away from them. So this is a disease, material disease. So disease of material life is when we are offensive. It's taking our heart away from Krishna. Is blocking Krishna consciousness, blocking that mercy of a Vaishnavas to come in our heart. If you want the mercy, then you have to dive into the mercy to get the blessing, the ocean of mercy of Krishna consciousness. But if you are blocking yourself, you will not get that mercy. So material desires for sense gratification, material desire for name, fame, wealth, and all those things, that's the blockages to get that ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. It's all auspicious, but it's blocking it. Yeah. We don't depend on any material circumstances. If there's no cold water, if there's no hot water, take a cold shower. It's okay. One of the shower here, I couldn't get the thing going, and it's so difficult to adjust. You turn a little bit, like boiling water come down. And then you turn the other way, it's too cold. What do you do? And it's like, I just took a cold shower. You just tolerate it, You tie it up and it goes through your body. And it's just a quick shower, that you just enjoy. Hot water is not working. So you see what you have to achieve and just get over with it. And do the thing that is the most important thing in life. That's it. And you feel great about it, Krishna consciousness. Just like everything we do, it's a very anxiety, like, here goes, I have to do this, I have to do that. You wake up with such anxiety. But then you do your first thing in the morning, first duty, done one thing. And the next thing, it just goes. There's no problem. It's all here. Once you do it, it's fantastic. Not you get done with it, but once you get into it, it goes very smoothly. And not only that, you feel fantastic. So our process of Krishna consciousness, like you mentioned here, not only for now, it's for future. After we die. What is death anyway? Every moment is a death. Every moment that passes is death. You can't get it back. Today we're talking, tomorrow is another day. So we can't get this day back tomorrow. So it's like death. So people pass away, everyone anxiety in this, that, we're lamenting. We're dying every day, actually. Why are you not lamenting? Hear someone. What is there to lament for, isn't it? So, death, our Krishna consciousness process is how to die. Ante Narayana Smriti, how at the time of death we can remember Lord Vishnu, Narayan. So if you can't remember Narayan now, how are you going to remember at the time of death? The whole process of Krishna consciousness is to be able to Narayana Smriti, to remember Krishna now. Because at the time of death can be very quick, we don't have time to remember Krishna. Quick death. So, or so much pain, it's very hard to remember Krishna. But everything is a pain today, mature world full of pain. Sometimes I come to the temple, I say, oh my God, I have to meet all these devotees again. They have pain. No, they're not pain. They're all ecstasy. Sometimes when we don't value our association because we think each other in different way. But devotees are the most rare people. I remember in Gurukul, in Mayapur Gurukul, if you say a bad word to other devotee or anyone, they give you a big handful of neem leaves. You know what that is? Neem leaves. Very bitter. One neem leaf is very bitter. So everybody here, like everyone's here in the temple room, so we have this assembly of all the Gurukul boys. And we're always sitting there and having a class. And they gave him a handful of neem leaves. They had to chew on it while the Krishna Katha is going on or whatever. And there's no time to spit out because he had to swallow it. It's in front of everybody. So I didn't say a bad word to anyone. Neem leaves are very, very bitter. And it's healthy because it's purifies the blood. So I didn't have to hit anyone because you hit Gurukul boy and then they put it in the GBC. Then they say, child abuse and everything. You're in big trouble. So I have neem leaves. Nobody can complain. So I always had a basket of neem leaves next to me. They saw neem leaves there. Okay, nobody swear anything. So this process is blissful. We don't have to make it so distasteful. So, oh God, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No, full of ecstasy. Once you sit down and chant Hare Krishna, you will feel that blessing of the holy name. I had this thing, we used to do before Sankirtan, before. And I used to think, if I chant japa really nicely, like every mantra, syllables, we talk about it, but actually we're not practicing it. We always just, and then when it comes to chanting, we're just thinking of this, and when actually, I used to think, I want to have a really good day and collect a lot of money today. I need to have a really good program, each mantra. So I'd sit, everything, and everything in mind comes, something, I didn't chant it nicely. And I'd go back again to finish that beats. Like this, it might take more than 1 hour, 2 hours. And sometimes I had a really good day. And I was selling things. A whole day went by not making one sale. And every day I need to bring money to the temple, at least $200. And so if I made $500, and if I have a bad day, I keep some of the money. If I have the bad day next day, then I have extra to give the next day. I had all these things. So one day, I had a really good day. I mean, morning program, chanting nice rounds, associated devotees, kirtan. I didn't go out, even to go to the bathroom. I was just controlling it. I was in the temple room the whole time till the program was over. I'm not going out. And that day I had the really worst day. So I was thinking, I did such Krishna consciousness, why having such a bad day? Then it was like, I was just going to go home now. I haven't done a sale. It was already like 5 o'clock. And the whole day I was really miserable. I was thinking, Krishna help, because we need the money for temple. And the last person, there was one shop, I'm thinking, let's just give it a try. I went in there, $500. one sale. So I'm just giving this story how Krishna accepts our endeavor. It's a test every day for us. The endeavor is your enthusiasm. Don't give up. Oh no, it doesn't depend on your, don't make Krishna consciousness to achieve material things. Krishna is not your water supplier. Okay, I need cream and I need milk. I have some milk. Krishna is not going to deliver to your door. You have to pay for it, go upstairs. But ultimately, Krishna is giving it. But we need to make the endeavor. It doesn't just fall on your plate. We have to work for it. We have to deserve it. The deserve comes from our serving. And Krishna is doing everything actually. Like I said, that skinny lady. She could do so much service. He just ate an apple only. So Krishna is the doer. He's doing it. But we need to make the initial endeavor. The whole day went by. I didn't do a cracker. At the end of the day, bang. And another day, I didn't get up for Mangalarti. I didn't chant my rounds properly. As far as I remember. I had a really good day. First thing, morning, I was with another devotee, and I had to finish all the rounds. So I came back, big sale. Just the first shop, I came back almost $1,000. I said, I'm having a day off. So I stayed in the car, chanted my japa a whole day. And he was like really jealous. The other devotee said, I haven't done. I said, you go now. Whatever, I don't care. I did my part. And so he went out and he came back with $5. And so I said, I see you got to chant japa nicely. And I remember. So Krishna consciousness is not based on purity is the purity. It doesn't mean you're going to get millions of dollars. You get the mercy of Krishna is more than money. It don't depend on the result. So you have to be attached to Krishna out of love for Krishna, not based on material things. It's not measuring it. I did this much service, so I must get this much. That's measuring. That is not like that. It doesn't work like that. Ultimately, you're going to get the mercy of Krishna. That mercy cannot measure it. It's eternal. That spiritual bliss, it cannot measure it. Money, you can measure it. You can count the money. So we say, reservoir of pleasure, ocean of mercy. We don't say you can measure that ocean of mercy. You can take a drop, but how you can measure the ocean of mercy? But money, you can measure it. You can count it. So it's beyond any material things of this world, spiritual ecstasy. So you do always remember Krishna consciousness in this way, that it is a spiritual activity we do. And relish it. When you relish Krishna consciousness, so much more, you will feel there's no hardship in it. You go beyond that hardship. Hardship is because we are mentally out. We're thinking, oh God, I have to go through this the whole day. Time goes very fast. If you go to work every day and you're thinking, oh, when Saturday is coming, when the weekend is coming, then it becomes a drag. Every moment becomes a very painful. But you don't think of it. You just do your work. So when you serve Krishna, Krishna takes care of everything. Kalosmi lokakshaya. Krishna says, I am time I am. He blesses us. He gives His mercy. Radharani, He gives her mercy over His hand. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chant Hare Krishna. Krishna blesses us. This is how my feeling is. I always tell Krishna, I'm useless. I don't know anything. I don't know how to cook. I'm just trying to. And everything comes out nice, perfect. We have that kind of attitude, spiritual attitude, humble attitude. Then things will really go smoothly. The Vaishnavas, the Acharyas, they always thought in this way. They never thought they're perfect. They always saw that, I should do this for my Guru out of humility, to do it nicely. And when you do Krishna consciousness, when you perform Krishna consciousness, that you don't know much, you want to learn how to do it in a nicer way, it becomes very nice. But if you think, I already know, things can go wrong. It's hard to teach someone who already knows. But if you're in the mood of learning, even though you already know, that's even better. Isn't it? Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes, bro. How do you want?
How do we reconcile both the statements? On one hand, Krishna responds according to our surrender.
Yeah.
And then we also say that Krishna gives causeless mercy, that means
Yeah.
cause. So how do we reconcile both statements?
You see, we also say we should not be attached to the result. But I don't think anyone who says that everyone underneath we are attached to the result, actually. If you say, I'm not attached to the result, you don't have the enthusiasm, the motivation. You have to have some initial attachment to the result. I mean, I say, I am not attached to the result. Underneath, I am. Well, who's going to do everything for free? And you say, okay, here. But we have to know through understanding the Krishna conscious philosophy that Krishna is the doer of everything. I'm moving my hand. If I was dead, my hands would be dead, the body. Body is not moving. So what gives us that energy in our body is by the mercy of Krishna, is the soul in it, the super soul, and it's spirit soul in the body. So ultimately, we think, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. If he didn't give us the power, we couldn't even speak the air in our body. We couldn't even breathe. So ultimately, the energy in our body is Krishna's providing it. That's the ultimate concept, understanding. He is the source of everything. So we're always very thankful to Krishna, just like we're thankful to the devotees. So we have to always know. So attached to the result means our result we offer to Krishna. That is okay to be attached. When you talk about ourselves, Krishna is karma di, there's that verse, do your work. He said, work, but give me your result. The second line says that. The second line says, give me the result. But everybody says, you're entitled to your karma, your work. But they never say the next line, which says, but you are entitled, give your result to me, Krishna. So they don't want to say that because they want to say, I'm doing my karma for maintaining my family. But actually, so idea is to give result to Krishna. So Krishna gives accordingly. If Krishna gives you with one hand, we have two hands, we can't even carry it. He can give so much. His unlimited mercy. So when he says accordingly, this is unlimitedly. If he gives a little bit of mercy, that's enough for us. But our way is thinking that unalloyed devotion, anya vilasita sunyam gana karmantanavitam. One should do shilanam, that out of any motivation, just anya without desire for material gain, give to Krishna. If he gives or not give, it doesn't matter. We just give to him our service. We don't ask for, okay, I give you this much, you have to give me that much. Just like I used to eat in some Gujarati home. I said, they give me a big stack of chapatis. They said, Mataji would say, don't count. In our culture, we don't count, because it's not good to count. I said, I check, 1, 2. So just eat it, don't count. So I want to know how many I'm eating. But they say you shouldn't count. So I'm making a point that Krishna giving unlimitedly, but we are measuring it. You have an apple tree in the backyard, lemon tree in the backyard. The tree didn't count. This family has 5 people. There's only 5 lemons. We make the gulab jamun in the kitchen, 100, 500. There's 500 people, we make 1,000. But people are eating 4 or 5 or 6, they're woofing at it. They didn't count. Krishna is giving unlimitedly, but we are counting. Measuring. At the end of the day, calculation. Everybody's doing the end of the day sales. But Krishna is up there counting. He's giving unlimitedly. Unlimited mercy. You see, but we are making the judgments. Krishna is just giving unlimitedly. So we have to, he gives accordingly, we say accordingly. Translation says accordingly, because for our understanding. But actually Krishna is giving unlimitedly. So he has to explain it in a way, of course, if you do this much service, you get that much back. Krishna is not making judgments. He's giving unlimitedly. Because we are making the judgments, so Krishna says, okay, accordingly, for our understanding. If Krishna says, I give you unlimited, but when you go to India, you ask the rickshawala, go to Loi Bazaar, he will say, okay, 50 rupees. It used to be 2 rupees in our time. From Krishna Balamani to Loi Bazaar, 2 rupees. Can't imagine, huh? Now it's 50 rupees. That's a lot of money. And I remember one time in Mayapur, I used to buy samosas, 1 rupee, 4 samosas, 25 paisa each. You think, that's like, 5,000 years ago. So long ago. Krishna's time. Now, so Krishna's giving unlimitedly. So if Krishna says, I'm giving unlimitedly, so my point was, so the rickshawala says, it's 50 rupees, but you can give more or as much as you like. But they'll tell you it's 50 rupees. But you can give on top of that, but dakshin, donation. So when Krishna says, I'm giving you unlimitedly, but he didn't say, he didn't say that. He says accordingly. Because we see it that way. So he says it that way. But it's actually unlimitedly. His mercy is unlimited. Okay? That's how I see it. But you can explain it many ways. Yes, Mataji.
Want to give us, but it's up to us how much we want him and what kind of relationship we want to have with him.
Yeah.
And another thing is, I remember how Krishna reciprocates for our endeavors. It was in Auckland, I started making the cake, and 1 week before the Janmashtami. And I had to make the flowers, and I was making flowers, and I was using some colors from the cake shop. And there was one Prabhu, he always, when he was passing through the kitchen, he would say, Krishna doesn't like artificial colors. Every time for a whole week, for seven days. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is so hard endeavor. Because that time I was not well, and I did not have energy, and it was really even endeavor to make for hours these flowers. I had to make them alone. And I was thinking, all these endeavors, it's so hard, and Krishna in the end won't be pleased. And all the time I was thinking like this, Krishna won't be pleased, and I'm wasting my endeavor. And in the end, when they offered the cake, they auctioned the cake because they needed the oven. And the cake was, one girl paid for it $1,000 for New Zealand. That's a lot. And I had the realization, maybe Krishna didn't accept the artificial colors, but he accepted my endeavor and my mood that I wanted to please him, because that was my main mood, that I really wanted to please him. And why I'm doing it if it's not for pleasing him? And I think he really appreciated the endeavor, and that's how he got rewarded. But since then I avoid using artificial colors like anything.
Very good. Yeah, there's many ways Krishna can make us understand. There's the first point you mentioned. Krishna says, he says in the Bhagavad Gita, Samaham Sabhavuteshu Namajasasti Na Priya Je Bhajanti Tumam Bhaktya Maiteta Shuja Priya. So he says, I am equal to all, but those who serve me, they are special to me. Je Bhajanti. So he makes the distinctions also. It's not that, just like I was saying in the beginning of the class, you preach accordingly. You see there's a demon, you don't preach, avoid him. If he's someone favorable, you preach to him. So everybody is preached soul, but then you have to preach accordingly, according to their how favorable they are to Krishna, to God. So similarly, Krishna himself is doing that. If someone loves him, in your family, you may love someone, you like someone more than others, even though they're part of the family. So Krishna, similarly, his devotee is dear to him, and demons maybe not, even though they are all coming from Krishna. So we have to also understand that in this context. And sometimes we think, this will please Krishna more, so let me do this. Maybe not. That's our mind telling that. So we need to follow the Shastra. Guru Sadhu Shastra. What pleases Krishna according to Shastra? According to, just like you go in the kitchen. Oh yeah, I have no idea how to make khichdi. I throw you in the kitchen, and then you get this yellow rice, big powder of turmeric. It's fluorescent khichdi. But you have to ask, okay, how to make it? You ask the cooks. If you don't know, find out. Not you speculate. So everything has a process to follow. The method is there. What pleases Krishna is not, I like the pizza, so I offer to Krishna pizza, because I like it. If he doesn't like it, no, that's another thing. Because I like it, I offer. Yeah. That's not, what pleases Krishna is not what pleases me. We have to see what really pleases Krishna, what's according to the system. Everything is a menu. Jagannath, one time he's not well, he has the hot drink. So this is how to make it, what goes in exact amounts. And sometimes, this program, this project, is Krishna wants it. And at the end, it's flop. Didn't work out. But in the beginning, something goes well. So, Krishna really wants it. I can see it. But it's not. So we have to see, according to all the devotees, they like it. We have their proposal. Devotee says it, then it works, isn't it? Because the devotees is the way Krishna speaks through his devotees also. It's not that, of course, something we like, we offer, but it's within the menu. But it's not, we have to also be careful that we have to know actually that, of course, the main ingredient is love, devotion. But devotion or not devotion, we have to follow the Vidhi Bhakti principles. Yeah.
I did another realization and reciprocation with Krishna about the pizzas. There was the tradition, Yadu was making all the time pizzas and lasagnas Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I continue with Tuesdays, his shift, and I'm thinking I can't make lasagnas, I don't know how much to make them, but I can try to make pizzas. And since that time I'm making. And once upon a time the temple said we can't buy cheese anymore. So I was sponsoring for a while and then I really couldn't afford because that time cheese was also more expensive. And then I said, look Krishna, I really can't keep going with this. And I'm not sure whether you want pizzas. If you want pizzas, please can you provide please the cheese? If you really want it, I'm not sure you want the pizzas.
You pray to Krishna for pizza?
I was talking to him in my mind.
Cheese.
And then one devotee who was traveling, he's just like not from here. I haven't seen him before. He just came and said, Mataji, what do you want for Krishna for the temple? And says, can you buy cheese? So he bought like 20-30 kilos of cheese, over 20, the whole box. And he said, do what you want with this. So I took the cheese home. It was all the fridge in the room. My fridge did not have anything with
Yeah. I was in just now. I had to cook the evening prasadam in Govardhan on Saturday, and they said, make it very simple and this that. I said, no, I'm going to make it really rich. Krishna is not poor, you know. He's the owner of the universe. In a way, you know. And then it's not like our kitchen. They don't have anything there. Like you have to order, and they bring you, and then you tell them they bring it. And then whatever I wanted, somehow, like she said, I went in the kitchen, somehow they just appear. They were there. There was coconut cream. We used like coconut. I thought, New Govardhan, they wouldn't even know what coconut cream is. But they had a box of it. Maybe somebody donated and they didn't use it, and they was there. And I made this sabji. So I was thinking, like, it's true. But we need to still follow what is the menu is. And then it comes better. If Krishna likes something, and then you like it, but it's within the menu, I believe you can increase the quantity or the quality, and you'll get more of it. But then we should not speculate. I mean, I joined Hare Krishna movement in the 70s, and not till late 80s, I didn't even know what pizza was. It's rice, dal, sabji, chapati. It's very, very prasadam. And I go to Mayapur, and you know, there's program going on, and everybody's in the Pizza Hut. Even in Mayapur, like we never had pizza before. You go to the Holy Dham to chant Hare Krishna, and you go to eat pizza all the way there. So the idea is to evoke Krishna consciousness, how to please Krishna. There's a fine line. We have to know what pleases Krishna and what pleases us. So to be careful that we are not in between Krishna, and we are servant of Krishna. And that should be the idea behind this. So if you want ecstasy, always make sure what pleases Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.